O drunken gods of slaughter, please hear my cry. I pray you hear my words and not let them pass by. I pray to you, Almighty of many names, may you guide us through time. I pray to you, Nurgle of the Kings of Death, may you help us ascend the climb. I pray to you, Ninmok, the wicked sun, may your secrets gathered be used. I pray to you, Ishtar of beauty, sex, and justice, may your journey through the Duat not be confused. Hear me, O drunken gods, guide us safely through this tale of war. Tell us of the time of heroes, time of daemons, time of mysteries. Tell us of the famine, death, war, and love. Tell us what happened and whereof. I pray you gods do not tell tricks, for we are merely bones traveling through the river Styx.
The outermost expanses are locked, behind shackled puzzles and riddles of mind and space. The labyrinth shifts and opens before you, a gate welcoming by warm light, only to be ripped away by yet another riddle in this macabre coil of transformation. This is where you lay, the liminal, at the cusp of Leviathan, the cusp of nothing. A roaring bull in darkness, bathed by the sun. A little girl torn apart by the water, the iron noose, innocence sacrificed. Such delightful sights.
A fitting offering.
Don't forget the Jade Demon. The lake has its dangers, but so does Chinatown. However, that is a tale for another time. First, we must visit the fracture for a mere moment, to know how this puzzle came into your possession.
The gears of the labyrinth shift. I bid you well, explorers. I believe you will meet again at least once before this tale of war and daemon is fully told.
Hello and welcome, everyone, to
Hello there.
the Cainite Epic. We welcome you on these strange tides as the labyrinth has brought you here, to this place. And before we can go into the story of what the Cainite Epic is, let's introduce our lovely explorers through this vast labyrinth, starting with Kieran. Go ahead.
I'm Kieran, aka Caradan Zero, and tonight I am playing ...
Hi, I'm Nova, and I'm here.
Hi, I'm Jono. I'm also here.
And I'm Satanic__Bunny, also known as Bun Bun, and I too am also here.
With all of us here, explorers of the outermost reaches, let us jump in, shall we? Now, the iris is dark. Everything is darkness. That's what it's been for your perspective these last however long it's been. But the iris opens up, showing a flooded highway, the heavens above torn asunder by the beast let out of its cage in Mexico. 2019, IL-22, Lindenhurst, between Milwaukee and Chicago. The roads closed due to the excess flooding, forcing a stop to all travelling vehicles. For those not of the damned, all it would be a slight detour. But for the monsters of the night, specifically for monsters transporting a sarcophagus found down a well in an Aztec temple, this forced them to stop. They were the last of the fractured ones, or asylum crew as they were known in those hedonistic nights. The Roses, Elise, and Jazz were at odds with the dragon priest, Jack Cannon Davis. More monster than man before his blood even became damned. Jack's insatiable hunger gnawing within, only truly ever satiated by the blood from kindred. Jack would find himself unsure what to do while in Lindenhurst. Elise and Jazz were out partying or hunting. Really, what's the difference? That was when he found himself outside a flashing neon sign. Eloise's Diner. Rain pouring down as Jack sits in the cab of the truck. No way he was going to leave that at a motel, considering what the truck is carrying. For those unaware of this priest dragon, please, tell us, Jack. Introduce us to Jack Cannon Davis.
Jack is... well, a visual of him first. He's not particularly stand out. He doesn't particularly stand out. You know, dark hair, dark eyes, not a particularly attractive or ugly face. But he's often seen wearing a camo jacket. One distinguishing feature is that he has an arm that often he wears in a sling, sometimes just held close to him, and it appears to be some kind of injury or deformity. He could easily pass for a war veteran, and in fact he is a war veteran. But in 2019, he looks a lot younger than most Vietnam War veterans would.
So, as Jack sits at this cab of the truck, having parked in the parking spot, rain coming down from above, what thoughts are going through Jack's mind right now? You've just had another argument with your niece, Elise, about what to do with Jazz, and how she's not quite willing to turn Jazz yet. And that boils an anger inside you that she's not ready. She's not ready to start a pact with you like you once thought.
She's got the potential. I've seen it in her eyes at times. That desire to be more than the simple, fleshy frames that we once were before we were of the night. But she clings to it. There's some part of her that still clings to it.
With these thoughts swirling through your mind, Jack, you find yourself almost on autopilot, moving towards this diner, unsure why. There's nothing in the diner you can eat. Even the humans here wouldn't satiate that hunger that the beast craves, the hunger of another kindred's blood. You have been living off, well, whatever scraps Elise will give you, and
Clarence Bartleby's body that's also stuffed in the back of this cab.
But you find yourself walking into the diner. As you do, the rain crashes down on you. Lightning lights the sky for a brief moment. And the neon sign above the diner buzzes slightly, taking out the E, the S, the I, and the A from Eloise's diner. As you walk in. You walk in, there's a small amount of people here, locals mainly, from what you can see. They all seem to know each other. Those that aren't talking are watching a boxing match, a replay of a boxing match on the screen. You find yourself taking a booth where a waitress comes up, passes you a menu, and walks away and tells you to call her when you have an order. Is there anything that would concern Jack about this movement here? You don't know why you've come here, but there's just been a need to maybe be around people? You're not sure.
The last time I felt called to a place, that was from it was from a goddess? That doesn't make sense. A lot of what happened in Chicago doesn't make sense. Jack would be concerned.
Here. Through the rain, through your thoughts, a gurgled murmur. One that you hadn't heard of in quite some time. And all it says is Jack. You thought you could get away from me, Jack.
Jack looks around.
You look around, and that's when you notice everyone in this diner is stopped. Unmoving. The TV still playing. Thunder cracks outside. As 5 silhouettes have appeared at the door of this diner. The door of the diner opens. In walks 4 men in leather jackets, very casual wear, and one guy that's more older, more regal, more defined, in a suit wearing small circle glasses. They walk past the frozen diner and make their way towards you. You don't recognize any of them. The man in the suit sits across from you as he's flanked by the others that are standing at attention. You can see very clearly from the way of their posture they have guns on them, weaponry if things are to get violent. The man merely coughs, grabbing a cup from another table behind them, putting it down and putting water in the cup and drinking from it. Herr Davis.
Yeah, I'll have the steak, extra bloody.
You and I both know, Herr Davis. Steak extra bloody is not going to satiate you. And a steak to the heart, well, that's even harder.
I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage.
The name is Heinrich. Heinrich Schlaus. These, my friends here, are part of a group called the Family. They're specifically the Angelo family, helping facilitate this deal between Mother Anja and, well, the gods you faced.
To what do I owe the pleasure, then?
It's very crazy weather here, is it not?
Unseasonal.
Almost like it is a trick of the gods itself.
I guess a man of faith could interpret it that way.
It is no accident that you find yourself here, Herr Davis. It has been ordained, and I have been sent by a power that can control that. And if that power can control that, you should know how serious the situation is.
I figure if that's the case, you're gonna do what you're gonna do.
Exactly. So, you're not even curious of who my employer is? I'll give you a name if you want.
Sure.
Mr. Schloss. Obviously
Doesn't
means
mean-
nothing to you.
Doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah.
Is,
He's like you, except more.
Like me, but more.
You were... well, shall we... The reason I am here is to inspect that the package, the sarcophagus, is safely delivered to Munich. I will be traveling with it to ensure that it is calm for the travel and doesn't misbehave.
It's been calm so far.
That's because it has been feeding. But once it runs out of the blood that is with it, well, who knows what horrors an ancient like that could put not only over this country, but the whole world.
Don't think I want to know much more. So, I'm to understand that it's not your objective to prevent me from delivering this item where I've indicated that I will deliver it?
No, quite the opposite, Herr Davis. Shall we inspect the cargo?
Sure.
You walk out with Heinrich Schlaus.
After you.
You walk out. You walk out with. He starts. You're being the Angelo family. They're more sort of staying around you. You hear one talk. He sounds to be maybe European, English, maybe Australian in actual fact. But you make your way to the cab. As Heinrich sort of talks to you, rain coming down onto both of you, the rain flooding around both of you, and Heinrich says, "You were reborn for this purpose, Herr Davis."
I think the purpose I was reborn for, well, whether that purpose was achieved or not, that came to pass a long time ago.
No, you'll misunderstand. You're here right now, which means that you have served your purpose. And I'm sure you'll be surprised by the secrets that lay within you. Open the truck.
So I unlock the truck and open it, standing back.
So, you open the truck. The doors rust open as you're greeted by the sight of darkness, just a dark square. Whenever you've looked in before, it's just been the stone sarcophagus and the torpid body of Clarence Bartleby. I think I called him Arden Canty earlier by accident.
You did, and I was like, okay, cool, I guess we'll cover that at some point, but nope.
Yeah.
A Clarence Bartleby, cool.
Clarence Bartleby. So you're watching the darkness when suddenly you feel your veins begin to tighten. You begin to fall to your knees as your muscles within shift on its own. As you look down in pain and agony, the water is rushing by your boots. That's when you see it. You've stepped right into it. A ward to trap kindred in this one spot. As I told you, Herr Davis, you were born for this. Now let's see what secrets are inside of you. The muscles of your body begin to shift and contract as something is pushing its way through. Suddenly, your chest begins to burst open as this hexagonal wooden box that is engravings, golden engravings all over it, a mixture of your blood and the engravings on this box are there. Heinrich reaches forward, rips the box that has been hidden in you for God knows how long out of your chest.
As he does, I flail weakly towards his arms and try and catch on, but I don't have the strength to even reach his arm.
He looks at the box as the rain pours down, and he begins to move his fingers around the spiral patterning on the box, mixing the blood and the water as they go through. And he says, "This has been hidden in you since you were saved by your sire. It is a phylactery. It captures souls. Now come, we have much work to do, Herr Davis." As Heinrich puts the box in a leather satchel over his shoulder, Jack, you find yourself standing, the beast almost taking control, but being tempered by something else, something unseen, something controlling your movements as you follow in step with Heinrich and the Angelo family. In the puddles, water splashes down, creating ripples. And watching this whole scene is Christoph Giovanni, confused about what he is seeing. And that is when we cut over to Dr. Daniels and Jesse. We're going to start with Dr. Daniels. Now, Dr. Daniels, you awaken in a dark room. Darkness completely surrounding you. You don't see where anybody else is. But next to you, a figure emerges forth. A figure that is cloaked, feminine form, wearing a mask. This is you, Jesse. You've both find yourself in this darkened void. Is there any words spoken between the two of you as you seemingly have found each other? Dr. Daniels, you obviously aren't sure that this is Jesse. You just see that somebody has sort of stepped forward next to you.
So I've not seen Jesse in their mask before, then obviously.
No.
Greetings. Forgive me. Do you know where we are?
They simply shake their head.
Okay, sorry. I'm Daniels, Dr. Daniels. Sorry. Who am I addressing right now?
You can't tell?
Sorry.
You can't tell?
Is that Jesse?
Yes.
Ah, I see you are a fan of the old mask as well.
There's a bit of a silence, and then she reaches up to touch their face and feels that smooth surface, that perfect surface. Ah. It appears I am. I don't remember adorning that this evening.
I don't remember coming here. I thought, were we not in the camp with the cultist people? I'm trying to remember how we got here.
Were. And then things changed.
Is there... Do we like appear to be in a room or anything, or is it like an open space?
It's a dark abyss.
Dark abyss, like this darkness, right?
When you look down at your feet, there's smoke that's just sort of billowing, and you can't even tell what you're standing on. The smoke is covering whatever you're standing on.
Right. I wonder if there's an exit to this.
Almost on cue. A light shines. It's like a pinhole in the darkness at first, but it grows and grows and grows until eventually you see that there is a shadow in this light. It's hard to tell what the shadow is until it's too late. But it's a bull charging at you, Dr. Daniels. The bull gores you
Jesus.
and throws you away. Jesse, you see this, it's almost like you're standing here, suddenly Dr. Daniels is just gored by this thing and vanishes from reality. And you're standing alone.
Sorry, don't worry.
And you're standing alone.
I look around for other entities, using my heightened senses to listen.
It's a maddening whisper that gets louder and louder and louder. The
I shut
words,
it
the
off.
thoughts.
Very, very naive of you, child.
A series of figures emerge from the darkness, all cloaked, wearing masks of gold, ash, white, and obsidian. They surround you, all seemingly talking in unison. You're not sure where the voice is coming from.
Welcome, child of Asher. You have made it past this threshold. Congratulations.
I have much to learn.
You do indeed. Do you know the danger that lurks?
There are many. Please enlighten me, if it is your will.
The one at the top of our mind are the gates. The gates within the tempest, the gates of Aralu. Our bloodline made a deal to keep those gates safe eons ago. But it seems there are those that travel the labyrinth that wish to unlock the secrets. A real danger, considering what lies in the Aralu.
These adventurers of the labyrinth.
There are many.
Come again?
There are many.
Where am I exactly? Are we before the gate itself, or merely in a space?
We are in the liminal, the cusp of Leviathan.
I did not perform the ceremonies. I am not yet mastered of oblivion. My sight has improved, but my knowledge of the tempest and the shadowlands. How is it that I am here?
There is something that you should know about reality. Life and death. Death is not the end. You are at a crossroads. And when you reach crossroads at the level that you are, the eye of reality opens up. Makes you more free. It's easy to get in the labyrinth, but it's hard to escape. Go. Your friends will be waiting, and you should guide them. For the forces that want to reach the gates, well, they are not the kindest.
I hope to speak to you again soon.
You will, child. And that is when we're going to cut from.
And that is when we're going to cut from that moment. We cut from the darkened abyss where Jesse spoke with ancestors to a corridor in a Victorian house. Francisca, you find yourself in this corridor after experiencing the visions of the void. As you walk forward through this corridor, it leads to a hexagonal room. Inside this room, you see each side of the hexagon has a little display, a little motif on the wall in the little nooks. A bull's head that has been mounted onto the wall. A vine of roses that have grown over one of the walls. The stuffed white wolf staring back at you with its amber eyes. However, in the center of this room is a little elevation with a plinth on it. A dragon claw that has seemingly burst through the earth, made of obsidian, as it holds the phylactery atop it. Behind the plinth is a mirror. But before you can inspect any of this, the shifting gears are heard within this labyrinth as stone makes way and grinds. And Dr. Daniels, you find yourself standing in one of these nooks. Above you, the stuffed mounted head of a bull. Francisca, you see Dr. Daniel standing there in confusion. Take it away.
So do I know I just got taken out by a bull?
You do.
Well, fuck me. Oh, Franny. Yeah, I don't know what's going on at all. Where are we? Shrug? Yep, okay. Fuck. Is it still darkness everywhere?
Muted.
You're muted?
So it's a hexagonal room made of stone. There are various nooks within each corner, each side of the hexagon that have different decorations all over them. In the center of the room is a obsidian dragon claw that is holding a wooden box with leather and gold trimmings all around it. Spiral patternings adorning this box. You wouldn't know what it is, but Francisca knows that is the phylactery that was given to her.
Or the soul capture?
Yep.
Okay.
Right, well, I have no idea where we are, and I do not know how we got here, and I'm concerned.
Can you remind me what I actually seen in those visions? Is there anything that would help me here? I can't remember.
I don't think so. You know, well, give me an occult plus intelligence roll, just to see if you know what the labyrinth is. Because that's probably the thing that has the most overt references.
How hungry am I? Does that matter?
It's fine.
Alright, well, this thing in the middle looks important. I think I've seen what to do with this. It's like an Indiana Jones thing, right? You just swap something for this and you're all good.
Are you suggesting we just, trade you for it, or?
Oh no, something of equal weight. It's like a weight sensor, I think. I don't know. Other than that,
sorry. Also, behind that, there is a mirror. There is a mirror behind the actual, within the wall, that is facing the phylactery. 4. With a 4, you definitely have got a fairly clear clue that you've been sucked into the labyrinth, which is the space between living and dead. A confusing space where time and space don't really exist.
Oh, shit.
See, I could have sworn 2 seconds ago, now this is going to sound crazy, but a goddamn, bull, with horns, charged me, and now I'm here. I was with Jesse. You haven't seen Jesse, have you?
No.
No?
Mind is a little
What about Christoph?
fuzzy.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I'm sorry. Yeah. What
I feel like a lot has happened a very long time ago, but it was just now at the same time.
Yeah, no. Doesn't make sense, but I get it.
I think we should be here.
Now,
roses and a wolf and a mirror.
Yes, a mirror.
Approaching the mirror, assuming one of you does, you see
Assuming one
that
of
the
us
mirror
what? Touches the mirror.
Well, approaches the mirror.
Approaches.
The mirror has rose gold trimmings around it, special patternings adorning it, almost from another language. There are spirals around, and at the top there is a golden skull smiling back at you. But the image that is shown in the mirror is not quite a perfect reflection of you. It is a distorted view of you. And as you're kind of mulling that over, the mirror itself actually begins to ripple. And Jesse is spat out of the mirror. No mask, wearing what you last saw her in.
Oh shit, Jesse. You all right?
Frame will help her up.
Yeah, they'll take the assistants and get up. They'll probably kick off their heels that they came in. They're lost in the void. She doesn't care about them anymore. This is a trip.
Did you get charged by a bull? Is that how you got here? Because that's how I got here, I think.
No,
Did you see me get charged by a bull?
I did.
So that happened, right?
Well, I saw it. I don't know if it happened. We're in the liminal.
I'm sorry, you know where we are? The waterfall?
We're in the liminal.
The hell is that?
It's a place between life and death.
Oh, shit. Like purgatory?
I'm sure it's more complicated, but yes, we'll go with that for now.
Something for my simple mind to...
Layman
I like
terms.
that. Yeah. Wow, shit.
I think shit is an understatement.
Jesse kind of like looks around at the room, the claw, the phylactery, or the soul catching device, the mirror. Is there anything that they see or that stands out to them?
Give me an occult plus intelligence, please. Sorry, I'm muted too. The only connection you make is the skull at the top of the mirror that you can see, the gold-plated one. It seems reminiscent of one of the masks, Vasher. But Francisca, as you're sort of trying to figure out how to leave this room, that's when you hear something from the phylactery. You hear Christoph crying for help.
Did you see what happened to Christoph, Jesse?
No, I haven't seen or heard him. I was speaking with others. Why? Have you seen them?
I can hear him. And that, she points to the phylactery.
I feel like he was with me not that long ago. Or ages ago. It's hard to be sure.
It could be a trick, and personally I wouldn't go. But you're their sister.
Why?
Can you turn yourself up, please?
Why? Why would it be a trick? We've been here before, right?
That doesn't necessarily mean we're playing by the same rules.
I have a job to do. That's why I'm here. And she will reach out to the phylactery.
As you reach out to the phylactery, it's heavy in your hands. You can feel the aura radiating from it, the trapped souls within. You also hear Christoph screaming in agony and pain. But as your fingers spiral over the engravings on the brass, the phylactery itself clicks. and it begins to change shape in your hand. It begins to shrink, almost, folding within itself, until eventually it represents the shape of a golden apple. Same markings, same shape of it.
Neat trick.
The mirror clicks as it looks like it opens a doorway behind it.
You found the exit, maybe? Somehow?
And more than the exit, I think.
A key.
Possibly.
What was your mission?
To collect souls.
Are we on that collection list?
I don't think so.
Well, that's good to know. And what of Christoph? Where do you said you heard him coming from that? And points to the... How do we get them out?
Almost on cue, an echoed scream of Christoph is heard from behind the mirror.
I think I just heard Christoph. Anyone else hear Christoph?
I did.
Fran will walk over there.
Do you open the mirror door?
Yes.
Okay. As you open the mirror door, you are greeted by a stone corridor with stairs leading down. Leads down somewhere, you can't quite see where it goes, but the path is lit on the way.
She flounces down the hallway, her heels clicking against the stone. Careful.
What do the others do?
We probably shouldn't stay here alone.
Yeah, I'm sticking with you guys. You guys know what this is more than I know what this is, which is not at all.
Oh, poor thing, you'd be a lost puppy without us. Come.
Not my forte.
As the group make their way down the stairs, the camera moves out of this hexagonal room, moves out of this area to show an over the top view of everything. It shows crisscrossing stairways that impossibly overlap on each other, corridors that wind and turn. The labyrinth in its full glory, shaped. It's the same shape as a hexagon, as Don't Fear the Reaper starts playing. And that is where we're going to take our break.
Why didn't Don't Fear the Reaper start?
Welcome back, everyone, to the Cainite Epic. We are coming back in as our intrepid explorers went through one of the doors, one of the gates, and continued through the maze. But we're not going to be following them anymore for the rest of the session. Instead, we'll be following another group. As the camera opens in Mycenae, 1200 BCE. We open as the sun crests below the horizon. The city begins its nightlife, torches are lit within the capital of Mycenae. Capital polis of Mycenae, which is one of the kingdoms that has the most power and influence over the region, having succeeded from the Minoans of Crete about 100 or so years ago. But that's not what we're paying attention to at the moment. What we're paying attention to is the sound of clatters and fights as the camera shifts over to a training pit where a bronze-skinned man with shaggy brown hair is in the middle of a spear duel with his master, Zoni Spathius. The apprentice, Anacles, is heaving as he tries to fight and spar with his master in this training field. Is there anything that Zoni will say as Anacles aggressively, without much thought, tries to attack you, where you clearly parry him? Well, not parry because you're using bronze weapons, but you use the stick to move the wood of your spear to move his aside and step out of the way, almost causing him to trip.
As Zoni does so, he draws his gladius and shows Anacles that he could have struck him with his sword. Puts it away. Anacles, your gladius is an elegant weapon for a more civilized age. You should not forget to use it.
Gotta use what weapons we have on our disposal, Master. Sometimes you don't have your gladius, and you just have the spear that was in somebody else's body.
Well, yes, that's true, but this weapon is your life. You should take better care of it.
Understood, Master.
I see exactly what you're doing.
Now, again.
He goes again for another parry. Give me a melee plus dexterity to try to get out of the way of this blow.
Plus force usage.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! He's gonna get. He's not gonna fare well. Yeah, he rolled pretty well, but not well enough. His form is definitely fixed, and as the spear sort of gets shoved to the side, he goes to grab his gladius. When you are able to deftly stop him by the wrist and throw him onto the ground, using his own gladius with his hand still clasped into it to put up to his neck.
Be patient, Anacles. Learn your lessons.
Anacles sighs as you get up and help him up, and he's like, "Unlike you, Master, I don't have abilities that are beyond my control. Well, beyond mortal frames. I've not been blessed by the gods like you."
You have potential. You just need to focus.
Yes, Master. At this point, the sound of horses arrive at the training area, where the general, your sire, General Palamedes, steps off the horse and greets you, grabbing your forearm and locking eyes with you.
Hello there.
Hello, my student. Has Anacles been treating you well?
Oh, you know my apprentice. Why do I get the feeling he'll be the death of me?
Well, hopefully not. And he goes over to Anacles, clasps him on the shoulder, and he says, Zoni hasn't been driving you too hard, has he? No, master. No, he hasn't. He's been teaching me best way he can fight. Palamedes will nod and look back over to you, Zoni, and he'll just say, Zoni, perhaps a word.
Of course.
You begin walking away. Other people of the military have started, moving to the training grounds. They're messing around with weapons, doing stuff with training dummies as the two of you walk away. Anacles is busy putting his weapons away from you. Palamedes will say to you, has any of your mortal agents told you what happened while we slept?
No. It's been quiet here.
I trust you. Well, I trust you hold on to that feeling tightly. I feel as if war may be coming soon. King Agamemnon has called a council of kings and warlords. The majority of them arrived during the day to discuss something that, it's not my position to say.
Well, I have great trust in you, General, and, a council of that nature. Let's just say I'm not brave enough for politics.
The king would like to speak to you and your coterie.
Us? Why would he want to speak to us?
There is a special... there's a mission he'd like to put you and your group onto. And he would like to tell you about the details of the war. He's currently in his chambers with his brother Menelaus.
Very well, of course. For the king.
For Mycenae. Kings live and die, the land always stays. We will not end up like the Minoans. As Palamedes grabs your arm, locks eyes with you, as you're in this soldier-like handshake, he'll just add, oh, and there's another. Your mission's going to require you to travel across the ocean, the Aegean Sea. You need a captain. We've happened to source one of the best. They are in the city now. I believe she's at a dive bar near the docks.
The cup and oar?
The cup and oar, yes.
Oh, never will you find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Well, if you could collect her before meeting the king, that would be most appreciative.
Of course.
I'll leave you on your task.
And, sorry, her name?
Uma.
Very well. Anacles, come along. We
Yes,
have things to
master.
do.
So, the camera cuts over to a cliffside near the training grounds where there is a warrior that is muscular. Would Vanguard be wearing like a cover over his third eye, or?
Good question. Forgive me, guys. I'm making my character up on the fly.
Okay.
Same, but I'm making mine up on Chris's fly. So
Nice.
Joke's on you, I don't have a fly.
You say we're in Greece times, right? Like ancient Greece times. What about like a silver helm of some sort?
Yeah.
one that
Yeah,
goes
the
down
silver-
like this,
Yeah.
like the nose hole.
Kind of like an armor-esque silver helm, maybe.
Hmm.
Like,
Brad Pitt in Troy.
yeah. Kind of like that. I like that.
Even though
Because
it's not hero appropriate, but that's okay.
Oh my god, shut up, Chris.
like an early prototype that could lead
it's fine.
into
It's fine. You're wearing like a scale mail like sort of thing. That's like that's fine.
and then like
A warrior helmet.
and then kind of like loose, easy to move around in armor.
Either way, he is seated in a cross-legged position at a cliffside, eyes closed, meditating deeply. What thoughts go through Vanguard's mind in the moments of silence? It's been fairly peaceful in the kingdom.
Yeah, too peaceful. I feel like after this long of peace, men stir, men need entertained, and the only thing that usually comes from peace is war. I feel like we need to be prepared. I need to think about where our enemies might strike from.
Speaking
Yes.
of, you hear people approaching.
Anacles, Vanguard is just over there. See if you can sneak up on him.
Okay.
Stealth is important in wartime.
Okay, so Vanguard, give me an awareness plus wits check. I'm gonna roll for Anacles. 3. With a 3, you're easily able to hear as the twigs snap ever so subtly underneath Anacles' sandals as he makes his way through the brush towards you.
I trust there is a reason for your approaching me.
Vanguard, my friend.
I'm sorry, Master. It seems as if his sights are beyond my stealth. I apologize.
Anacles, you need to be mindful of your surroundings.
Of course, Master.
I see. Testing the youngling, are you?
Of course.
Sorry, is it not
Did
subtle enough?
Bunny die? Is that what happened?
No, Bunny's walked off somewhere.
We are,
do I owe the pleasure of your company?
well, to the king, actually. He's requested all of our presence. I have a feeling that, you may have been right when you spoke of this time of peace coming to an end.
Interesting. I've been summoned by name.
Our entire coterie, as well as a ship captain by the name of Uma. Have you heard of them?
Have I heard of Uma? Probably not. It is not a familiar name to me.
Well, they're down at the Cup and Ore. We're headed there now.
Ah, the Capanor. I do believe only the scummiest of scum hang out at the Capanor.
Yes. I was just saying to the general that you'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Quite the reputation
You say that about
they
every
have.
place, Master.
Just your typical line.
Anacles, be respectful.
No.
Of course,
Can I play
Master. I
Anacles?
apologize.
All right then, let's not dilly-dally. Shall we go then?
Yes.
You 3 begin making your way to from the sort of grassy areas outside the walled, the stone wall gates of Mycenae towards the streets where the bazaar is happening. There is it's normally more bustling during the day, but at night there's still a few people. Luckily for Zelda, who is at the side of the bazaar selling off wares to whoever might need anything, and the occasional brew as well if they require it. You've met a few people when a old-looking hag approaches, and with a limp in their step, a elongated nose, a hunch in their back, and they approach you and they start looking around your wares, sort of putting their finger around where the wares are. Do you say anything to them?
Welcome to Deja Brew! Can I interest you in anything at all?
I hear tale of your brew.
Oh, please do tell.
I hear the utmost greatest things, that it opens your mind, expands your consciousness, lets you through the gates.
Releases your mind.
It does indeed. I would like to try some of your brew, though I am afraid I do not have coin on me. But I do have something else that might be of greater value.
Oh. What have you got?
Oh, just a little trinket I have gathered in my explorations around the world. I'm quite, you wouldn't be able to tell it from my age, but I'm quite well experienced in the whole world. She reaches into a satchel, starts rummaging through. No, not that one. She withdraws her hand. You don't see the item at first. It's almost like it's shining as the torches flicker around. But she holds up a solid gold apple with engravings all over it. You don't know what this is, but whatever it is far more expensive, from what you can tell, than the brew that you are offering. I found this on my adventures, and I think it will serve you well.
I think you might just be right. And I'm willing to trade.
Fantastic. Passes you the apple, and you pass her like a small clay cup, and pour your brew into it. She takes a sip. Exquisite. Thank you for making this trade as easy as possible for these weary old bones.
Oh, I'm sure the pleasure is mine. I hope you enjoy that.
She walks away, hobbles away, as you've got this apple in your hand. You don't know what it is. Something about it transfixes you to it. And that's when the three arrive. Vanguard, Zoni, and Anacles. You see Zelda as she is preoccupied with this apple that is glowing in the torchlight.
Anacles, go fetch that one. And watch your back. She's not to be trusted.
Do you want me to be stealthy again, Master?
No, don't bother with that one.
You see a bronze-skinned man with shaggy brown hair and a scar that is, his face is scarred a little bit, obviously seen battle. And he goes up to you and he says, excuse me.
You come for some brew.
No, Master needs to speak with you.
I don't have... Okay.
Oh, no, my master. Master Spathius.
Oh, just give me a moment. I just need to clean up here and I'll be right with you. And then she starts...
Do you need a hand with anything?
Oh, no, I'd rather you not touch anything. Just stand over there, like arm's length away, and I'll be right there. I promise. And she just starts packing everything up really quickly and puts the apple into a velvet bag. And locks everything she needs and takes her trinkets because she likes to trade a lot of random things instead of just coin, and puts them in a satchel.
Cool. So, you after that, is there any conversation between Vanguard and Zoni, as you clearly see Anacles awkwardly standing as Zelda is packing up her shawl?
There's just something about her that I don't trust. I feel like she'd be the kind of person to betray a friend.
Do you respond at all, Vanguard?
I was just about to ask if I was here. Sorry, I was just doing some character stuff. Yes, I do have to wonder if maybe she's been cutting these drinks down. They're not very strong.
What? Oh, yes, her brews.
Yes. Apart from that, I don't know, I'm still getting to know her. We're a coterie, so we must all know each other, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, you've worked with each other a few times before.
Yeah, okay. Shouldn't be so harsh then.
Yes, I know, but there's just something unsettling about her. Like,
too happy, maybe.
perhaps it's she does not have the warrior spirit. I know that you'd never leave a man behind, but I feel like she would.
You feel like she puts herself before all others? Is this what you're saying?
Perhaps something for me to think on.
At this point, Zelda will make her way with Anacles towards where Zoni and Vanguard are standing. Anacles nods to you, Zelda, before returning to his master's side, and he just says, "Master."
Thank you, Anacles. Zelda, we've been summoned. Come on, let's go. And starts walking.
Okay, well, you all look very handsome today. Have you been doing anything exciting?
Come on, Zelda.
Okay, I'm coming.
He is a master of the dilly-dally.
So, you make your way to the... Is it the cup and ore first, or do you go to where Priestess Delirio is?
I think the cup and all first.
Okay. You make your way to the cup and ore as there are a few people that are drinking, mainly sailors. Would Uma be inside the cup and ore or outside with some of the more raucous people?
So she'll definitely be outside with a drink in her hand. She is quite a magnetic presence, tall, broad-shouldered, with deep red hair. She would be taking any opportunity, any hint of music to dance and have a good time, seeming as though she had not a worry in the world.
At this point, while you're in the middle of doing, you all will, as you approach, you will see that somebody is, like the whole group is dancing outside. They're all chanting their sea shanties while outside, and you see that one is clearly the leader, like leading the dance troupe almost, and that's Uma. That's when you see these 4 people approach, matching the description of who you told you were waiting for.
Beautiful. So she
missing
would,
one, obviously.
Yeah. She would approach, take one look at the lot of them and pick the most surly looking. So I imagine that would likely be John's character. Slightly surly, yes?
I mean, I don't know. Big, muscular, armored. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. And she'd kind of,
to be honest,
I
think the most surliest one would probably be Zoni, to be honest, because of the
cool.
because of the annoyance with Zelda.
Perfect. So she would prance on up, still doing a little jig, offer a hand, and would you care to dance?
I'm here on business, not pleasure.
What a pity.
Perhaps. Do you frequent this place?
whenever I make port here, yes.
Oh, so you're a sailor?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Well, perhaps you can assist us. I'm looking for a ship's captain named Uma.
And who might you be?
My name is Zoni.
And I'm Anacles.
I am Vanguard. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, young dancer.
And who is this other lovely creature?
Oh, never mind her. Wait, as I said, we're here on business.
Shh. Who is this other lovely creature?
Hi, I'm Zelda. You know, from Deja Brew. That's me. That's me.
Well, yes, if you could point us towards where we can find this, sorry, did you say Deja Brew?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It is the name of her store. Is that not clear?
Oh, anyway.
I have known her for all of 3 seconds and I know.
Can you point us? Very well. I'm sure you two will get along famously once we've left. Can you point us towards this ship's captain, Uma?
Hello, my name is Uma.
Oh, well, a pleasure to meet you.
Well, this saves us some
Is to be
time.
debated.
This does save us some time. Yes. Vanguard. I've forgotten what I was going to say. Uma, we've been... I believe that we will be in need of your ship's services soon. Have you recently been contacted by General Palamedes?
Where are
I
we
have.
going?
I'm aware of your situation, yes.
Very good. Then do you intend to come with us, or should we go about our business and meet you back here?
Sorry, I
your
just got interrupted. Would you mind repeating that?
Oh, sorry, I'll just jump in at this point. At your confusion, Zelda, of like where we're going and nobody answering, Anacles will kind of come up to you and say, the master hasn't really said, we're just meeting the king.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry, Kieran, repeat your line because I don't think Zelda.
Well, if you've been approached by General Palamedes, then you'd be aware that we will have need of your services soon. Will you come with us now, or shall we return and fetch you later?
That depends. Is there anything fun going to happen where you're going?
Might
Well,
not
we-
be as much dancing, if that's what the fun is you're after.
That rather depends on where you are willing to dance.
I like her.
We've been summoned to meet the king.
Very well. Perhaps I shall accompany you then.
So, at this point, everyone jumps on horseback to exit the city outside the gates to go to the temple that is around a cliffside nearby, forestry surrounding it. On the way there, is there any conversation the 4 or 5 of you are going to have? Anacles is not going to say anything, so he's only going to respond
Just
if anybody.
quickly, how old does Anacles appear?
He appears to be in his mid-20s.
Okay, cool.
Uma, tell us of your ship.
Well, there is not currently much to say. It is better to be seen than to describe, perhaps.
Is it a fast ship?
Fastest in all the waters.
I think that depends on how fast the rowers are, Master.
The young man has a point.
The design of a ship can have a great impact on how efficient it is, Anacles. So the same rowers in one ship may make greater time than another.
Of course, Master, I'm sorry.
Uma would turn to the other two, not really focusing on either one in particular, but does he always lecture quite so much?
All the time. I'm never allowed to speak.
There's much for the youngling to learn. He is just teaching.
I must absorb Master's wisdom.
And there is much to absorb, I'm sure.
Again, that remains to be seen.
Really
The-
good.
the hooves clop against the dirt until eventually you arrive at the church. Now, describe to me, please, how this church looks, because I know you love to paint an amazing picture with your words, and I love to hear it. So,
Does she though? Does Bunny love to paint a picture?
well,
Is that something that Bunny likes to do?
I'm forcing this. So,
Well, if you must. It's rather interesting. Most temples in the region, they are very well lit. You know, the divine spark, the radiance, that glow of the firelight, or the polished surfaces and the waters refracting the light from the sun and all that. This one's very different. This one is not as well lit. There are many shadows, but it's not plunged into pitch. It almost seems to be suspended in a almost constant state of twilight or dusk. There are many lush and verdant trees and shrubberies, carefully manicured and pruned. At this time of year, potentially, the flowers are in bloom. They're myriad of scents flowing on the wind, mixing with the incenses that bellow out of the temple itself. The waters in the pools are cool and tranquil. The cicadas are singing slightly. And if there is any fireflies in this region, then surely they would be dancing as well. There is no chanting or ritualistic orgies of food and flesh. It is almost silent, if not for the cicadas and the soft thrums of harps and water.
Just quickly, is there any kind of sense of opulence here, or is it more just like spiritual?
It's very spiritual. It seems like the place to go to almost escape the opulence.
Cool, so not a church steeped in riches or anything like that?
No, not at all.
Oh, thank you.
as the five of you arrive, you're greeted by one of the people at this temple. However, we're not going to pay attention to that. Instead, the camera cuts over to a stunning and radiant figure that is underneath a cloak as they are sitting over the bedside of an older man. His hair is nearly all gone, his breath raspy as he lies in the bed, dreaming as the priestess sits over him. What thoughts go through your head, priestess, as you are giving this man that you owe everything to the most wonderful dream?
She just watches him, caresses the side of their face. What little hair is left on their head, they pay attention to the scalp, and is almost motherly or wifely, sisterly, daughterly, affectionate, taking care of them as they sleep, watching over them, making sure that they feel safe and nurtured and fall ever deeper and deeper into their enriched slumber. She only gives him the most transcendent of dreams, is the least she could do.
Eventually, there's a knock at the door in this room.
She silently gets up and with bare feet walks towards the door and opens it slowly as if not wanting to wake a child, and slips out and closes the door behind her.
You see one of the apprentices of the temple, a woman standing. She says, "There is a group of people wishing to see you, priestess. Your friends."
Ah, thank you very much. Nyx's blessing to you, brother.
Nyx's blessing to you too, priestess.
And she will, like a dream, float away towards the people that have come.
As you stand, the five of you stand within this temple, there's sort of a haze as incense is burning, but also this sort of sense and aromas of other things burning. Some, I'm not sure they would have been called narcotics at this time, but, you know, more things to assist with the pain and sleep. When the priestess arrives before you, stunning, radiant presence about her, you see the five stand there. The bronze-skinned boy who you know to be Anacles, the apprentice of Zoni, is still looking at you with the same awe and wonder as when he first saw you.
Hello, everyone. Have you come for dreams?
I'm afraid not today, priestess. We have been summoned.
I'd like some dreams.
Of course. I would be more than happy to provide you the sweetest of dreams. But we were summoned, you say?
Yes. We are called to attend to the king.
The king? May I ask why?
You may.
She just looks expectantly.
Oh, I intend to find out myself. Should the king be willing to divulge that information?
Oh, I see. Well, king or peasant, Nyx does not discriminate. We all must sleep the sleep.
At this point, Emma would kind of saunter past, I can't remember Kieran's character's name.
Zoni.
Zoni. She would saunter past him and kind of offer her hand to the priestess and be like, Uma, pleasure to meet you.
Uma, a wonderful name. And she takes your hand. Have you been to the temple before?
Can't say I have, though I do not know why, given the ambiance.
It is as close to the mother's embrace as it can possibly get.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Wow.
awareness, please, priestess?
Why? I feel sorry.
Because I know how much of a chaos goblin you are.
3, it's enough. When you talk about being close to the dark, like being close to the mother, being close to Nyx, the shadows around Uma wriggle ever so slightly.
Funny space.
I see.
She's mad.
You're one of the blessed.
Is that the word for it, is it?
Of course.
An interesting take. Though not one shared by many.
But it's all right. Now, we shouldn't waste time. I will tell the others of my absence, and we will be off.
As you all head back outside, jump on your horses, the priestess, you say your goodbyes to the people of the temple. When you reach the room where the old man is sleeping, you hear a groan come from behind the door. Very pained groan, a raspy groan.
She rushes in, shuts the door, comes to his side immediately.
He's struggling for water. He, through shaky hands and probably your assistance as well, is able to drink some, and he coughs. And he says, "Oh, priestess, I'm so glad you are here still. My sight is not as good as it used to be. I thought I was stuck in the darkness again. In liminal."
No. just a dream.
Oh,
I am
the
here.
most wondrous dream before, priestess. Our mother celebrating in the sky as plans made centuries before came to fruition and came again and again and again. But in that happiness, I couldn't help but think there was so much death, so much sorrow.
Well, our mother, as benevolent as she is also the mother of sorrow, thanatos, despair, discordia. She is the mother of so many.
It reminds me I saw something else in the dream. I don't know what it means, but a farm boy, was given discord and chosen to choose from knowledge, love, and power. They chose love and gave discord to Aphrodite.
This wondrous dream. Surely you wish to return to it?
Yes, very much so.
All right. Well, I'll have one of the sisters bring you the milk of dreams. I will be back soon enough.
Thank you.
And she will re-wet the towel and place it on their forehead and leave and tell the sister to bring the milk of dreams. And then just on the way out, they will find the brother that they spoke to before. I will be gone. I'm not sure for how long, but I will return. And until I return, please take extra special care of Akekios.
The mother watches Akekios as the mother watches you, priestess. May her night sky guide you.
As the mother watches over us all. Sweet dreams, my brother.
Sweet dreams, priestess.
And she leaves.
At this point, everyone is together, making their way back to Cainite, the main hub, the main polis, towards the main palace, which is atop a hill. On the way there, is there any conversation any of this group want to have?
Priestess, have you heard any signs from the gods about a coming storm, coming trouble between, well, any of Cainite's enemies?
Well, there have been many dreams that drift in and out of my temple, many nightmares too. I have noticed more nightmares as of late. Something about Discordia's influence. Dreams are beginning to curdle like milk left in the sun. Something is on the wind, though the gods, even in their infinite wisdom and unfathomable power, are cryptic.
Others are having these nightmares too, then, are they?
Perhaps different, but their fear is the same. Their anxiousness.
Interesting.
More and more come to the temple, needing, begging for a good night's rest. And while I appreciate that, it weighs my heart to know that these sorry souls are coming in such numbers.
You are able to help those who have nightmares?
Of course, it is part of my many duties as priestess to Nyx.
As the horses make their way to the palace, you are obviously stopped by the guards, who, after a brief inspection, let you through. You make your way up the stairs to the palace itself, to the corridors, to the columns of marble with intricate engravings of the gods all throughout. Statues of the gods made of clay as well stand here. You're met by General Palamedes, a brute man, a sort of brutish-looking man with a shaven head, and nods at the six of you with Anacles, and will say, "Thank you for arriving at such short notice, friends." As he goes and gives you all a handshake, grabbing your forearm if you allow him.
Of course, General. Anacles and I are at your service.
Yes, the King Agamemnon is waiting. His brother Menelaus with him. If there's any questions any of you have, now would be the time, but I can't divulge what exactly has happened. Just know that what's happened is disastrous.
I'm sure we'll have answers soon enough.
Very well. Thank you for joining the Muma. I'm sure your experience on the Aegean, the White Sea, will be most appreciative.
And I'm sure your coin will be most appreciative in my pocket.
You make your way through the stone hallways until eventually you lead into a throne room where King Agamemnon, a man in his 30s, grey beard, scar over his eye, very muscular, sits at the throne. His brother Menelaus, man that's more lithe, more pale, with a slender face and long black hair, stands at his side. Palamedes will stop and just clear his throat, and he'll say, "King Agamemnon, I present to you this group that you have requested. Please bow before King Menelaus of Sparta and King of Kings, Agamemnon, for he has requested your presence." As he bows. Agamemnon raises his hand and dismisses Palamedes. And he'll say, "Thank you all so much for coming at such short notice. If you have not heard, I gathered a council during the day. A council of kings and warmongers. It appears we have war in our future. War against Mycenae. My brother Menelaus, king of Sparta. He has been dishonored. Menelaus, do you mind telling them what happened?" Menelaus uncomfortably ruffles and steps forward and says, "My wife, Electra, Queen of Sparta, she's been taken, along with the riches of Sparta taken from Minoa. I was hosting a summit with foreign dignitaries. King Priam of Troy sent his son, Paris, or Alexander, I guess. He said his name was Paris, but he was presented as Alexander. He may have been a liar, a spy, but the servants say that he took my wife back to Troy." Agamemnon nods, allowing his brother to move back. Give me a wit insight, please, everyone.
that the right way around?
Yeah, that was the right way around, so you got to flip it around.
Thank you.
Okay. Sim, how you getting along with that roll?
Getting there, I just had to.
Cool. So, it could be that Zoni is blinded by his devotion to Mycenae. For Priestess Delirio, you're just more remembering the sort of dreams that have been happening and seeing if anything correlates with what's been told. Some of it is starting to correlate in your head, but you're not really paying attention. Meanwhile, Vanguard, Zelda, and Uma, the three of you for various reasons, perhaps Vanguard because you have that extra sight beyond sight, Zelda because you know how people work, and Uma, you've been around enough liars in your time on the seas to sort of spot a liar when you see it. But when he says taken, in specifically, it's almost like he's forcing himself to say that.
I also
like
have
he doesn't believe that himself.
I also have lie detector, so that helps too.
Yeah. So, at this point, Agamemnon will say, and perhaps you're wondering why my brother's wife is important for the future of Mycenae. When Eletria's hand was given for wed, warriors and kings across the land came many years ago to the king of Sparta at the time. And we couldn't decide who would wed this princess and take over the land of Sparta. One of my trusted kings had given an agreement that every king in Mycenae and every warlord in Mycenae signed. An agreement of a tournament, and whoever the victor would be the rightful king of Sparta and husband of Eletria. I fought and won. And therefore, since I was already married, awarded Eletria to my brother, Menelaus.
How close are we to the king and his brother at this point? Could they hear if we were to say something under our breath between?
No. They're like they're kind of like on a raised platform, like quite a wee way away from you. So if you whisper, cool. Unless they have any kind of special hearing, which might be a possibility, they're not going to hear anything.
So Uma at some point would very subtly, because obviously she's good with that kind of thing, kind of just turn her head to the side and be like, one suspects this wife has perhaps left him and not been lost.
So, this agreement has been signed, and this wife has been taken. Part of the agreement was to respect the rightful king and make sure that nobody steals Princess or Queen Eletria of Sparta. So that is why I bought the War Council. We are to invade Troy. But in order to do so, we are missing key members of this council. Specifically, Achilles of the Myrmidon. He has not been seen for a number of years now. At the mention of Achilles of the Myrmidon, Zoni, you will notice that Anacles kind of tenses for a little bit. You know his history. He was saved by the Myrmidon and Achilles when he was a child. His whole village taken over by another force, the Hittite Empire, most likely. You're not sure. The details escape you. But he was raised practically by the Myrmidon. And Achilles has not been seen for a number of moons. the Myrmidon are equally elusive. And more importantly, the man who came up with the pact, the man who made peace in the fight over Eletria, Odysseus the Wise, King of Ithaca, has failed to arrive. Hermes apparently missing the letter sent to him. So that is your task. Sorry.
The gods are busy indeed, King of Kings.
They are. They are indeed busy, and we intend for them to be on our side, priestess. But that is why you are all here. To ensure that Achilles and his Myrmidon join the battle, and that no ill fate has fallen Odysseus, the king of Ithaca. Because he will need to join the battle as well. We will need his wisdom. He is a wise and cunning one.
Your Grace, a question if I may.
Of course, Zoni.
Of course, yeah, that's a question.
Of course, messengers would have been sent to find Achilles and the Myrmidons. Have the messengers returned?
There is no trace of the Myrmidons or Achilles. The trace ends with Odysseus. Odysseus might know they were close. However, I still have scouts searching.
Achilles is a hero. Surely if he has not responded to your summons, there must be some grave threat to Mycenae. If there is such a threat.
He's just sitting on his egotistical backside, not wanting to pledge allegiance to me.
As Mycenae says that, Zoni puts his hand on Anacles' shoulder. As you say, Your Grace.
But this is the task I've laid before you. Any questions, any further queries?
What do we have to offer Achilles to have him join your noble cause?
Glory. This is going to be a glorious battle indeed. He is a warrior at heart. I'm sure you can speak to that.
And if he requires a monetary incentive?
Achilles is no mercenary.
Achilles knows how deep the coffers of Mycenae go. He is valuable.
Everyone is a little mercenary here and there. When it suits.
Shall be
Either
done,
way,
King of Kings.
I would recommend starting with Ithaca. It's a known quantity. Odysseus is definitely there, though messengers have not painted the best picture of the kingdom.
What picture do they paint?
It is a kingdom in grief, though the residents do not speak why. The king is nowhere to be found.
Odysseus is missing.
The message was given to his wife, Queen Penelope, who said she would pass it on to her husband.
It appears that Ithaca is in grave need of Nyx's embrace. It is good that we go there first.
Any further questions before I dismiss you all?
No, Your Grace.
Is there any way I could get a perhaps down payment before I do the sailing?
Of course. Of course. That is perfectly fine. Agamemnon will say to you, Uma, speak with Palamedes. He will ensure that you are paid what you are due. We will all meet at the shores of Knossos on Crete, the foot of where the Minoan Empire was 100 years ago. At that mention of the Minoan Empire in the Knossos, Uma has a small twinge within. But
Kieran's suspicious face.
you'll be dismissed at this point. Everyone left. Everyone leaving. Uma, you're going to speak with Palamedes. Before everyone can kind of gather together to speak about the about what the tasks they've been given, Anacles will approach you, Zoni, and will say, "Master, I have a bad feeling about the Myrmidon and Achilles."
A bad feeling? What do you mean, Anacles?
I got a real bad feeling about it. He's been gone for a number of moons. I haven't seen him since I was but a boy of 15.
Anacles, Achilles is a loyal soldier. He may do things in an unorthodox way, but there's a lot you could learn from him.
Indeed. With your permission, Master, I would like to search for the Myrmidon and Achilles while you go to Ithaca.
Oh, I don't think that's a good idea.
Master, I need to make sure. I will take whatever soldiers we can bring, but I need to go. I need to make sure Achilles and the Myrmidon are safe.
Well, Youngling is very keen to leave the nest. Are you sure he can fly?
And where will
Master,
you go?
you can trust me. Master, you can trust me.
Can I
Of
go with
course
him?
I can trust you, Anacles, but where will you go?
And we all go with him.
We're going to Ithaca so that we can find where Achilles is.
I will meet you in Ithaca in 5 days.
Very
I just
well.
need to follow some leads up with the Myrmidon. I heard some rumors about where Achilles might be, and I just need to make sure that those aren't out of date.
Very well, Anacles, but don't take any risks. If you do find them, come retrieve us from Ithaca immediately.
Flag casual.
Master. Of course, Master. I will take the best teachings you've given me.
Please, can I come with you, please?
Can we come with you, please?
Master?
Ignore them.
Don't ignore us.
Anacles will nod and make his way away, giving you a salute as he heads off. Leaving the 5 of you there. Uma, you would have gotten you would have gotten paid. Let's just Bunny, you have what to bring up?
I would actually like to speak with Anacles before they leave. So they will they'll walk after them as to, there's a distance between the rest of the coterie and them, and stop them. Anacles.
Yes, priestess?
The road you are to trek is a perilous one, filled with many dangers and many secrets. I fear your rest will not be rejuvenative. So, I have a gift to bestow you. But you must promise only to take it if there is no other choice. If you find yourself surrounded by enemies and they come to inflict the most worst of nightmares upon your body, this, and she will procure a tincture. Drink it, every last drop, and you will sleep the longest sleep.
Is Master okay with this?
Oh, sweet boy. Sometimes we need to make our own choices. I leave it with you. What you do with it is up to you.
I understand, priestess. Thank you. I will. Thank you.
Go with the Night Mother's blessing, and I hope to talk to you again soon, and that my gift is not needed.
Anacles nods at you before heading off, disappearing into the darkness. Is there any other conversations that anybody wants to have individually, or do you want to just speak as a group at this point?
Well, perhaps we can speak as a group then and discuss what our plans are.
What are the plans?
Well, we go to Ithaca. Were you not paying attention?
For those that don't know, Ithaca is an island to the west of where Mycenae is. You'd need to sail there anyway, which is why you have a captain to help you.
Is that not everyone believes in the King of Kings' tale?
What do you mean?
We are not there. It is clear his brother's wife has been stolen by another man willingly.
Regardless of the reason that she is no longer in Sparta, we've been tasked with preparing for her return.
Mm-hmm. Willing or no?
It is our king's order, and it is our king we follow.
Of course. Our King of Kings.
The gods we follow.
Uma, where does your allegiance lie?
To our king, of course. And also...
To our king or to the coin you've just been paid?
Why can it not be both?
Well, that's my point. You've just been paid, so you'll do your job.
It would be rather silly to betray the King of Kings when the King of Kings can be a most profitable patron.
At what point did I suggest betraying the King of Kings? I merely questioned our instructions and the benefit of them.
I'm glad that we have an understanding then. The consequences for you betraying Mycenae would be dire.
Or you, perhaps.
And the benefits, quite profitable for staying loyal.
Loyalty is most important.
Profit is most important. Now, we are to get to Ithaca, yes?
It appears
Yes, of
so.
course.
But how fares our inner turmoil? Must we drink of the divine drink before we leave?
Is that the proposition?
I am a holy woman.
I'm sure you are.
No.
So you all partake in the? Do you all partake in the dreaming liquid before you head off to?
Mine. That was me trying to say, should we feed before we go?
I see.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
I also got it.
I suspect we will encounter opportunities along the way. I have a large crew with many opportunists aboard who would be more than happy to accommodate you.
How many animals are on the ship?
I do not know.
There's always
It's a ship.
rats
There'll
on
be
board.
plenty of rats.
Yes.
That seems suitable for you.
Will also be fish.
That seems like a harsh comment to make, coming from a man who enjoys the sound of his voice, so?
Oh, I don't know about that.
We sound like shipmates already.
About that ship.
Oh, you're
I
not
will
going to
require
tell us
your
you don't
assistance.
actually have a ship, do you?
I do have a ship. It has, however, been misappropriated.
What?
You heard what I said. It says has been misappropriated.
All right, where's the general? We need to find a new captain.
On that note, the camera zooms out, showing Mycenae peaceful at night. So how many more nights of peace will there be in this place? War is on the horizon. And the camera pulls back.
Kieran before they go on a tangent.
The camera pulls back even further, showing the sky above, going through the clouds, until eventually showing the whole Aegean area, the whole area here, trapped in a hexagonal shape, surrounded by other hexagons, with corridors and labyrinths around. And that is where we fade out of today's session. Session 1, the Cainite Epic, Ancient Dreams in an Ancient Land. Thank you all so much.
Oh, that was a blast. I kind of want to keep playing for 4 more hours.
It's a school night, unfortunately not.
I know.
But let's say goodbye to our lovely cast today, and they can tell us who they were playing and where you could find them. Starting with Kieran, go ahead.
I am Kieran, aka Caradan Zero. I have been playing Jack Cannon Davis and Zoni Spathius. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Caradan Zero. I usually stream on Mondays and Fridays.
Hello, it's me you're looking for. I'm Nova. You can find me at Novatorium at all the places. And I played... Who did I play today? Zelda and, Fran.
Franny.
There we go. How could I forget Fran?
G'day, I'm Jono. I played Dr. Daniels and Vanguard.
Hi everyone, I am Satanic__Bunny, also known as Bun Bun, and you can find me on Twitch at Satanic__Bunny, where I stream sometimes, and on Twitter at SatanicBunny2. And I played Priestess Delirio and Jessie Hill today.
Hello, I am Simone, aka Simone, aka Simone Sinithy, aka Caradan 1. I don't stream, however, I do occasionally harass Kieran's audience and ask how the nipples are. I was playing Uma, the fiery pirate captain.
And I am your storyteller, Chris, aka Unemployed Writer, the guide as these explorers make their way through this labyrinth and discover pasts that have been hidden and the truth behind those pasts. Where will we go next? How will this story of heroes, of daemons, and this story of heroes and daemons and war continue? And most importantly, let's not forget, this is also a story of love as well. Goodbye, everyone.
Did you want to see? I guess you're so sad.